Well, you guys were all over the first part of this series, so let's run it again. Here are the top 5 scary Kansas urban legends, part 2. Number 5 on this list is the Muchnic House. A ghost has a firm grip over this house and refuses to let go of it. Legends of America says, built in 1885, this old home was host to frequent Saturday night parties. On one such evening, the event ran into the wee hours of Sunday morning. Having been kept up very late, a maid who had worked for the party the prior evening overslept the next morning. Rushing from her bedchamber, she ran down the back staircase to the kitchen and fell to her death. Today, witnesses report that lights from the back staircase turn on and off by themselves on Sunday mornings, followed by the smell of cooking bacon from the kitchen when nobody's there. This house, which serves as an art gallery today, was listed on the National Register of Historic Places on July 12, 1974, located at 704 North 4th Street. Now, apparently, the author of this article actually went there personally, and they had an interaction with this ghost in person. They say, "My husband and I took a guided tour of the Muchnic House 2 years ago, and I had quite an interesting experience. The nice lady who gave us the tour gave us all the history of the house when I happened to glance up to the top of the stairs and saw a young woman, maybe early 20s, peering over the edge of the banister. She seemed to be regarding us with wary curiosity, as if to say, 'What are you doing here?' When we went upstairs to tour the rest of the house, no one was up there. It wasn't until we took the haunted trolley tour that I learned about the young woman who supposedly died there, falling down the stairs." I'm surprised that that ghost just looked at them and didn't try to do anything else, to be honest. The ghost could have easily attacked them had she wanted to, but chose not to in that moment, which was much to the benefit of this couple. This house and its urban legend has made it so that no one actually lives here anymore except for the ghost. It's now just a spot for tourists to pop into and take a quick peek, which in all honesty is probably just pissing the ghost off even more if you think about it. Either way, I know that this couple managed to get out unscathed, but I still don't think that going to this place is the best choice. I'd avoid it if you can. Number 4 on this list is the North 3rd Street home. Nellie Trueblood. That's the name of the person who used to live here. I feel like with a name like that, this place was just destined to be haunted. Nellie was a lonely person who died alone in this house many years ago. One would think that because she was so lonely, after she died, she wouldn't have wanted to cling to this world anymore, but that's exactly what she did. The new owners bought and moved into this house and then started renovating it. Well, apparently Nellie wasn't too fond with changing things up and liked it the way that it was. Balls of light that were roughly 2 feet wide would appear out of thin air and bounce around the home, scaring the living bejesus out of the workers who were sent to renovate it. This was enough for those guys to end the renovations prematurely and leave the house unfinished. Apparently, a family member of Nellie's would later come out and say that they weren't surprised she still haunts this place. This home was deeply loved by the family, and it would make sense that she would want to keep it the way that it is. The family member assured people that she wouldn't hurt anyone, but after seeing the orbs, no one was buying into it. This home was officially listed as unlivable thanks to Nellie and her ghostly presence. Stay away from this place if you don't want Nellie and her orbs to come after you. Number 3 on this list is Theater Atchison. The people of Kansas are going to need to be looking to find their live performances elsewhere if they don't want to get haunted. Legends of America says, built in 1913 as the first Church of Christ, the building was modeled after the architectural lines of its mother church in Boston. In 1973, the Presbyterian Church bought the building, and 10 years later, they created a community theater organization. Today, the building is known as the Presbyterian Community Center and is home to Theater Atchison. Allegedly, it is also home to an unearthly spirit. Guests often describe feeling an unknown presence with them while visiting the theater, while others working in the building describe odd noises that are often heard that have no apparent earthly cause. The word unearthly makes me pause for a second there. That makes me think that we might not even be dealing with a standard ghost or spirit here, but something far worse. Some type of underworld creature that is coming to harvest people's souls. Or something similar, but from a completely different planet. Now, why an alien would decide to conduct its devilish acts inside a Kansas theater is beyond me, but I guess I'm not from another planet, so I wouldn't know. This is more than just the Shakespearean Macbeth curse, folks. This is evil and dangerous, and it's not something that you want to mess with. Number 2 on this list is the Gargoyle Home. I think gargoyles are pretty dope, honestly. They're really cool and super fun to look at. Maybe just not on my home though. Legends of America says, more often referred to as the Wagner House, this turn-of-the-century home was built in 1884 and 1885 by B.P. Wagner, who was a lawyer and politician in the Atchison area in the late 1800s. While gargoyles are usually erected to scare off evil spirits, legend has it that Wagner accumulated his wealth through a deal with the devil, and the gargoyles were constructed in honor of the pact. It's said that the house is afflicted by an evil curse. One homeowner who attempted to remove the gargoyles fell to his death on the staircase. A segment on the Travel Channel reported that Kansas City ghost hunters, while visiting the home, picked up the presence of ghosts on their special equipment and reported having felt a presence in the house. This house was placed on the National Register of Historic Places on May 3rd, 1974, located at 819 North 4th Street. So nobody knows if the gargoyles are the thing causing the curse or if it's just a coincidence that they're there. Either way, having them there seriously adds to the mystery and ominous presence that is this home, especially considering the second someone tried to take them down, that person literally died. I'm happy that no one is living in this place now and it's on the National Register thing or whatever, but that also means that this home isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Like, this house is going to be here haunting people and maybe even taking unsuspecting people's lives for a long time. That's a really scary thought. Hopefully we can get some more professionals in here to figure out what is causing this haunting for good and how to stop it. And number 1 on this list is Jackson Park. Parks are supposed to be nice, guys. This one, it isn't. Legends of America says a woman by the name of Molly is said to haunt this park. Supposedly, moaning and terrifying screams can be heard throughout the park around midnight. According to one legend, Molly was a beautiful young woman found dead in the park the day after her prom. She was found hanging by her neck to a park tree in a hollow with badly torn clothes. Allegedly, she and her date had argued the night before, and when Molly exited the car, her date drove off, leaving her in the park. It was never determined if her death was by her own hand or was murder. Though some suspected that her prom date killed her, nobody was ever charged. Another legend of the park's haunting states that Molly was a black woman who was lynched by a white mob years ago. Rather than the eerie screams of a young prom girl, the cries instead come from the brutal slaying of an African American Molly. In any case, the area today is known as Molly's Hollow, a couple's go-to park. In addition to Molly's chilling cries, many witnesses also claim to have seen a ghostly figure hanging in the tree where her body was discovered. Either one of those stories are bad and would have left their mark, so it makes sense why this place is the way that it is now. The pictures of this place are really pretty too, and it would definitely be a go-to date spot. You just have to be really careful that your romantic picnic doesn't get sinister and paranormal really fast. But there you have it, folks. That is our list of the top 5 scary Kansas urban legends part 2. Please let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this list and some other crazy Kansas urban legends that you guys know about. Also, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Nicholas Playlog, and I will catch you next time.